Ladies and gentlemen, episode number 619. And we are live with our 4th annual TWA Slammiversary. This is, of course, TWA's version of WrestleMania for those that are newer to the Archiverse channel. We've had quite a few new followers in the last little while. We're up to 1,600 villains in the Fam Jam, which is fantastic. Lots going on today. We have 14 matches of absolute fire. As I said, for those that are newer, this is TWA's WrestleMania. TWA Slammiversary. It's our 4th annual show. But 14 matches of absolute fire, championship matches all day long. The very best of the best from the entire season are going to battle in our biggest and, of course, our final show of the year. We got Joe Link's match recaps and highlights to go over, and they are going back to previous to, I think, just before episode 618. So we do have some recaps to catch up on throughout the broadcast. And who knows what villains are going to pop into the chat. Speaking of villains popping into the chat room, I do not have my dashboard open. One cannot trust certain individuals of our Fam Jam, such as Sir Jack the Great, such as Glenola and the Glenalians. Devious little bastards cause issues all the time. Always trolling. Trying to get under my skin. How dare they? Alright, there we go. Not getting caught off guard today. No, I am not. Infinite Oni invading with a party of 3 villains. What's going on, guys? Ace Hunter's in the chat. What's going on, buddy? Happy New Year. How was your New Year's Eve? How was your Christmas? How was everybody's Christmas? And we've all spoke, I think, since Christmas pretty much, but let's just stick with New Year's Eve. How was everybody's New Year's Eve? Was it a quiet night? Was it a night full of partying and chaos? Hopefully good chaos, not bad chaos. Chaos doesn't have to be a bad thing. But yeah, how was your New Year's Eve? Ace, what's new and exciting? Oni, what about you? How did I miss anything? The January match, was that the final match? Did I miss something when I was setting up and going live? I don't know if I missed anything. January's a busybody today, is she? Of course. Mrs. Archer lost? Yeah. Well, I mean, that's what she gets for wearing a TWA cape. How dare she? That is egotistical, to say the very least. A little bit of a narcissist. Probably why she's with Archer. Decent watched Letterkenny. I don't think I've seen that. What is Letterkenny? Today was non-sanctioned just for fun. Oh, okay, gotcha. Well, today for us is not non-sanctioned. It is very much sanctioned, as you well know. It's our 4th annual TWA Slammiversary. And as I did say to anybody that's newer to the channel, if you happen to be here or you're watching the VOD later, it is our version of WrestleMania. Except for we do it far better. But we have 14 matches of absolute fire, the very best of the season coming together to go to war and fight over championship belts. It's going to be an exciting day. And we have one hell of a tone setter for the day. We've got returning Adrian Adorable. Of course, we know Adrian Adorable returned a little over a week ago and has already started wreaking havoc on the roster. Returned with that Pride Championship. We used to have a division. It was called, actually, the Free Spirit Championship Division. And Adrian Adorable was, of course, one of the main key players that made that a successful division. It sort of fizzled out over time, but Adrian Adorable decided they wanted everybody to remember why they were the lead of that division. Returned with a brand new championship. This time, not called the Free Spirit Championship, simply called the Pride Championship. It is a beautiful championship. It's going to be up for grabs today because our tone setter is a hell of a barn brawler. It is going to be Johnny freaking Rainbow, one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. I love Johnny freaking Rainbow. I don't care if he wins or loses. He always goes out, leaves it all out in the ring, puts it all on the line. He's a fantastic performer. He's been champion multiple times, but just a fantastic wrestler, and I enjoy watching Johnny Rainbow. But today, Johnny Rainbow is stepping up to the plate and challenging Adrian Adorable. Adrian Adorable has an open challenge to anybody that wants to try and take that championship away. Johnny Rainbow did not waste any time stepping up to the plate. Team Infinite Oni and Rainbow signed that contract faster than you can bat an eye. So today, our tone setter, Johnny Rainbow from Team Infinite Oni, taking on Wild Thing. Adrian Adorable, the returning, and already 3-0 in his return, by the way. If anybody hasn't been paying attention, he's been over in Action Zone Wrestling, tearing up the place. It's been absolutely fantastic to watch. So Adrian Adorable, of course, from Team Curlidi, just made the return just a little over a week ago. Maybe it was 2 weeks ago. I can't quite remember. But anyways, show about Hicks. Hicks from Ontario. It's on Hulu. Nice. I mean, I live in fucking Ontario. That's kind of funny that there's a show about Hicks from Ontario. Or is it Ontario, California? I don't know. I live in Ontario, Canada, not California, to be specific. Johnny is your oldest character. Johnny is awesome. Ontario, Canada, okay. I don't know why they'd make any movies about Ontario, Canada, but okay. Actually, that's not true. I mean, Ontario is actually a pretty beautiful province. We just have terrible leadership, and they're basically sinking us into the abyss. But anyways, anywho, Odie, how was your New Year's Eve? You never did answer that question. Did you have a good New Year's Eve? Was it a quiet evening? Did you do any partying at some point throughout the evening? What about everybody else? This is not just question Ace and Oni hour. This question's for everybody. What did everybody do for their New Year's? Are you hungover today? Because that'll tell a story, right? I said it earlier, I don't see it. You don't see what? What are we not seeing? Your message? That's been happening lately. The Twitch app has been messed up. I've had to like literally close off the app and reopen it to get the ability to type in the chat. Or if it let me type in the chat, it wouldn't show my message. There's been weird things going on with Twitch lately in general. They need to do better. Broadcast booth. No, you know what's funny is I actually forgot to open it. I forgot to open it. I did. My bad. Plus, I mean, the show had to change days a few times. I didn't know who was still going to be up for being able to be on the broadcast booth, etc. So I kind of just, that's probably why I forgot about it. Oh, you were going to join. Gotcha. Yeah, that's my bad. Jack is going to be all over my ass about that too, because he wanted to have a bunch of people on the broadcast booth today. That's okay. You know what we'll do? The next show we have, which will be, I don't know if we're going to do a live Action Zone Wrestling to kick off the year. Probably a good idea to do that. You know, get those champions flowing again, because today it's all about TAW and TWA. So I think maybe the next show we do is going to be Action Zone Wrestling, a live version, not house shows. And I'll open the broadcast booth for that one. Provided you're not at work. Yeah, well, you know what? We'll discuss scheduling later, because my schedule is kind of all over the board next week too, so we'll figure that out. That's not a big issue. Somebody want a chair shot Pokemon community game? I mean, I tell you to AKO them, but sadly, they're a moderator of the chat. So you can't AKO them, but you can chair shot them. Frog splash them, you know, whatever you want to do. I'm okay with either, really. Alright, well, as I said earlier, we do have 14 matches. And, of course, we have Joe Link's match recaps and highlights. We're going to kick those off, starting with the second match of the card, as we always do. We are kicking things off. Tone Setter. I'm excited for the Tone Setter. I've been looking forward to this one. It's going to be a lot of fun. Johnny Rainbow, of course, making his way to Slammiversary, the 4th annual Slammiversary. I'm going to keep adding that in there. It's our 4th annual year to have this great spectacle. Extravaganza. Name your cliche. Johnny Rainbow versus Adrian Adorable is first and next. And I say we get the show on the go. I think it is showtime and go time. It is time to turn and burn with our biggest and final show of the year. Anyways, I went to my usual bar. They had a Bill and Ted 80s themed New Year's party. Oh, that's cool. That's really cool. I got there at 4. You got there at 4? Like 4 p.m. or a.m.? Saw some friends, had some drinks, played some arcade games. That actually sounds like a really good time. I imagine you mean 4 p.m.? Wasn't 4 a.m.? Or was it 4 a.m.? You a fucking vampire? 4 p.m. Okay. Yeah, didn't stay the entire time? No? Had a good time, though, sounds like. It does. So this was now, do they have pool tables? Did you play any pool? I like to play pool on occasion. I used to play it a lot when I was younger. I haven't played too much over the past, I don't know, probably decade, to be fair. So I don't even know how well I would do at pool anymore. I used to love it, though. Did a little bowling. Never cared for 10-pin. I liked 5-pin bowling. I liked the challenge of that little tiny ball and trying to knock over less pins. And though they have an older game called Ice Cold Beer, which is, they have an older game called Ice Cold Beer. Like it's what is it, a pinball machine? Oh, you already answered that question. Never mind. I somehow skipped when you said no, it's just pinball in arcades. Yeah, sort of. All right. Very cool. All right, well, while we continue our conversation, I'm sure we'll have conversations with lots of people as people start rolling in. But let's get the 4th annual TWA Slammiversary on the go. It is showtime and go time for our tone setter of the day, which happens to be, again, Johnny freaking Rainbow from Team Infinite Oni, challenging Wild Thing Adrian Adorable from Team Curlidi for the Pride Championship. It is going to be a badass matchup, so let's get things rolling right now. Showtime and go time. BRB, okay, Oni. Okay. By the way, Ace, thanks for nuttering Pokemon game. Appreciate that. It'd be fun to AKO the bastard, but as it is, can't AKO the mods. Unless I was to unmod Pokemon community game and then try to AKO them then. I don't know if that would work out or not. We could try. That might be fun. I mean, they keep releasing Pokemon everywhere. If it's not bad enough that when Glanola comes in, he drags Glenalians in with him. Glenalians, Pokemon. What's next? Gremlins? I mean, we don't need that kind of chaos in the chat room. Alright, here we go. Moments away from our tone setter of the day. The 4th annual TWA Slammiversary stream preview. And here we go. Here we go. I'm excited. Johnny Rainbow is going to make his way to the ring here shortly. Again, one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. Love Johnny Rainbow.
And here comes one of my favorites.
And here he comes. Yo, Soul Embers in the house. Soul Embers has been here for a couple of Slammiversaries. Welcome in, Soul. Appreciate you stopping by. Our 4th annual Slammiversary stream preview. We're just getting things kicked off. I don't know how long you've been here, so I don't know if you knew that or not. Yo, break time. I love when Soul does that. Because I'll be honest, sometimes I forget to take a break, and then by the time I'm done the broadcast booth, like, I can barely talk. Because we do a lot of talking, let's be fair. We do a lot of talking. But how's Soul? Soul, how was your New Year's, buddy? Did you have a good time? Did you have anybody, were you out with anybody special or family or just a quiet night? Did you end up working it? I know some unfortunate people had to work for New Year's Eve. Hopefully you're off today. I know some people are not. Depends what you do for a living. Yo, Mr. Fluffy, thank you for the lurk. We appreciate you. Always popping in and lurking. Appreciated. Yo, Ace, can you give Mr. Fluffy a shout-out? Actually, get some shout-outs going in general, please. We got Oni in here. We got Soul in here. We got Ace in here. They all deserve shout-outs. It's always funny when new people come in. It hasn't happened in a while, actually, to be fair, but when they come in, you give them a shout-out. And maybe they don't stream, so they're like, well, I don't even stream. Yeah, that's not why we do shout-outs around here. We shout-out to acknowledge our amazing community. I've said it time and time again. We have one of the most tremendous communities, specifically in eFed wrestling. But in general, I mean, a lot of platforms you go to and a lot of communities you join, they can be very toxic. And we've been very lucky to... We have a lot of really good people. Brilliant people. Talented people. And they always, you know, when they're here, they make it a priority to keep this a safe place to come, congregate, have a good time, watch great matches. And there is Adrian Adorable, the reigning defending Pride champion. I'll tell you, though, he's never faced anybody quite like Johnny Rainbow. So this is going to be a very interesting match. They're both very quick. Very agile, very athletic. Should be very interesting. I believe this is an Iron Falls Anywhere matchup. You already know I stream? Yeah, I do. I know you stream, yeah. You know what? No, what? Chicken butt. Oni bought a new Prius. Ace is driving a golf cart to work tomorrow. Sir Jack, my handsome archery, says. He's always sexually harassing me. I kind of like it, though. Let's be honest. Jack's pretty sexy. He's pretty sexy. I mean, when a good-looking man flirts with you, you can't blow them off, you know? How many good-looking men are there in the world? That he is. God damn it, I'm lost now. Do I have to scroll back, or are you going to fucking make me scroll back in this chat? Because I was talking to Soul. Now, Infinite Oni says that he is. No, I'm lost again. Jack is hand. Oh, okay, yes. He is. He's a sexy little bastard, he is. Actually, he's not so little, but I just heard that back. And I meant that in a very specific way, by the way. I meant that in a very specific way. Sometimes I need to develop a filter. I need to, like, you know, think before I speak at times. My wife's always telling me that kind of shit. You think, you know, getting older I would learn to do that, but sometimes it's like I'm trigger happy. Shoot first, talk later. No, it's exclamation point SO. It's only shout out for if you're doing the backslash shout out. It depends, yeah, depends which one you're doing. No, the booth, I know, I forgot to open it. I was saying to Oni, though, because the show changed days a couple times due to circumstances, and I wasn't sure who'd still be available to even be on the broadcast booth, because I did open it not long ago and, like, nobody joined. So it's one of those things. They still come, but they're not expecting to join the broadcast, or maybe they just got home, they don't have time, but they're here for the show. So at one time we had it, because, I mean, Jack wanted a bunch of people on the broadcast booth for Slammiversary. But that's okay. We'll fix that problem. I will open the broadcast booth for our next show. Our first show of the year will be Action Zone Wrestling. We're going to do a live version of it. It's not going to be house show matches. It will be a live edition of Action Zone Wrestling. Today, Slammiversary is all, well, with exception to the Pride Championship, which is a TWA championship, but it's, you know, it's a championship for all brands. But today's all about TWA and TAW. These champions have been resting for weeks, over a month. I believe somewhere around 5 or 6 weeks. Neither champion from TAW or TWA has defended a belt. They have been on a hiatus, readying and preparing themselves for today's event. A lot's gone down. Today is literally the best of the best from the season. It is going to be a fantastic day of matches. And you always have to have a good way to kick off the show. We call it a tone setter because it literally does set the tone for the rest of the day. You know what sucks, though, is when the tone setter sets the bar so high that you're not sure if the other matches are going to follow through and be able to either equal or top that. That happens sometimes. January is booked. How the hell, Oni, how the hell could we possibly have had Slammiversary this year without booking January? That's crazy talk. That is crazy talk. That and it's well. I love it when Oni talks with pauses. Although when he does that sometimes, I'm always waiting for Jack to pop in there and put something in Oni's mouth, or in this case, in his fingers, I suppose. He's typing. But January, guess what month it is, bitches? It is January. January, yeah. This is the first time ever we've had Slammiversary on New Year's Day. Normally speaking, we try to do it before Christmas. Just things, I mean, EVW had a big show, and it was Oni's first big show in a while, and I had to be there, so I postponed Slammiversary for EVW, and I'm happy I did, because what a great show that was. I've told Oni, it's already on our new site on Pro Boards, so you can still go watch it there. But what a great show, and way to make a return to stream preview for Team Infinite Oni, because that show, if you haven't seen it, you got to go watch the VOD. The EVW's first big stream preview was off the hook. It was fantastic. So I'm super glad I was there to watch that. And then, of course, I ended up with, there was a day where I didn't feel well. Schedule change, and then, of course, Mrs. Archer ended up off on a day she wasn't supposed to be off. So I just wanted to spend the time with her. So that was selfish. We quite literally could have ran Slammiversary yesterday. I'm not going to lie to everybody. But again, a lot of people told me they were going to be busy anyways, either dinner with family before they go partying, etc., etc. So I was like, what the hell? I just didn't buy. I spent the time with Mrs. Archer and had a good day. Well, when she got home anyway, she did work a portion of it. But we had a good night, relaxing. We didn't do anything wild. Although I did tell her next year I think I'd like to go out for the night. Just, her and I have a great time when we go out. We're the kind of couple that, like, we don't fight ever, much less when we're drinking. We've drank together for years, so we know. Plus, I'm older now, so I mean, I don't tend to overdrink, so there's that too. But Oni, he doesn't pay attention. What am I paying attention to? Oh, joke time. Sorry about that, Soul. Joke time. It's been a while since I've done a joke time. It has literally been a while since I've done a joke time. All right, let's see what I can come up with here. Let's see what I can find. All right. So, Soul Embers has redeemed joke time. So tell me, Soul Embers, and whoever else wants to take a stab at it, why did the tomato blush? Why did the tomato blush? One nothing for Adrian Adorable at the moment. He just picked up a fall over Johnny Rainbow. Oh, damn. I gotta tell you. Yeah, 1-1. Just like that. Yeah, because Johnny Rainbow does that. You can't turn your back. You can't blink an eye. Because Johnny Rainbow will turn your night around on you. But that was amazing. You see that? That was like a perfect plex from Johnny frickin' Rainbow. It was like a perfect plex. He does not call it that, just to be clear. The joke was, what do you call a dog on a watch? Oh, there was a joke? I saw the joke time and just automatically assumed he wanted me to, like, shut the fuck up and tell a joke. I see it now. He redeemed, you know what it is? He redeemed joke time and then told a joke. That's what threw me off. That is literally what threw me off. I saw joke time and I thought, oh, I gotta tell a joke. God damn it, Soul. You've been here less than 5 minutes and you're already fucking with my head. What is wrong with you? Every year, every Slammiversary that Soul is here, he comes in and tries to distract my attention and fuck me up. I swear he's been hanging out with Glenola and the Glenalians. It's quite ghastly. I do not appreciate it. I do not. You miss me, he says. Yeah, I don't miss you fucking with me. Although I do appreciate the breaks. Soul's one of the only members of our fam jam that will come in and actually give me a break. I mean, don't get me wrong. He's been villainous at times. Motherfucker has... Soul once banned me from the very first match of a show. I'm not even lying. Very first match, he come in. I forget what he said. I think he just said something like, hey, Archer, and the next thing I know, I see ban popped up. I'm like, you son of a bitch. I'll still never forget. It's too bad Glenola's not here. Glenola's been here for every Slammiversary, so there's stories we can talk about, but I still remember one of the funniest moments ever in our history was the very first person to ever ban me from a match, because people didn't do it in the beginning. I don't know if people were intimidated to do it. They didn't want to be the first one or what it was, but for the first few weeks, nobody did anything as far as banning or Well, I forget what the other... It's been so long since I've been banned or removed from a match, I forget what some of them are. Looks like it is now 2-1, Adrian Adorable, unless I've missed a fall. Or is that 3-1?
And now thrown back into the ring.
That is 3-1. 3-1. With 6 minutes and 19 seconds remaining on the clock. There's still lots of time for Adrian Adorable to somehow screw this up. And Johnny Rainbow will eat him alive. Eat him alive. I don't even care who wins this match. I like both, you know. And they are both tremendous athletes. And I've enjoyed watching them both compete over the last few seasons. But, I mean, as much as I like both, Johnny Rainbow is my dude. And I would like to see him take this matchup. Not even going to lie. Not even going to feel bad about being biased for a moment. But anyways, so nobody was doing the ban a host from a match or anything like that for the first few weeks. Then all of a sudden, back then we were doing late night shows. It was probably 1 o'clock in the morning or something like that. And all of a sudden, one of our Fam Jam members, who hasn't been around too much in the last little while, but what does he go by now? I think it's like Anime J he goes by now, but it was J Negative Gaming at the time. Now he is Anime J. He changed his name, but he was one of the members of Fam Jam. He's one of the nicest people ever. He helped us grow. He introduced us to a lot of people that became part of our Fam Jam, and we became part of their extended communities. And like Trigger Talk TV back in the days, Reese Williams and Coach B. Henry we still talk on Discord. I follow Reese Williams on Instagram. They of course know their wrestlers are still active. So we've had a lot of people, but they all helped us grow and introduced a lot of great people that have had fun with us over the last just about 5 years. But J Negative Gaming was one of those people that he was just a nice guy. You didn't expect any villainy from him. You didn't expect any kind of, fuckery or chaotic scenes coming from J Negative Gaming. All of a sudden, he pops in the chat. He didn't even say hi. Man did not even say hi. All I saw was his name, and I was like, yo, Jay's in the house. And then all of a sudden, I realized he had banned me from a match. And he became the very first person to ever ban me on a broadcast, and it was so unexpected. I was flabbergasted. I didn't even know what to say. Did not even know what to say. I was like, what? Fuck yeah, it is 3-3, Oni. Or 4-3, I mean. It was already 3-3. 4-3. Come on, Johnny. No offense, Curlidi. Curlidi is going to be watching this match at some point. Whether Curlidi shows up during the broadcast or watches the VOD later. I'm sorry, Curlidi. I love Johnny. I apologize. I love Adrian too, but Johnny's my guy. I just want Johnny to have a good night, Curlidi. That's all I want.
What's he gonna do here?
Nothing but good vibes. I'm trying to talk my way out of Curlidi telling me I'm biased later. KO is on? Yeah, it is, yeah. KOs have to be on, I mean. I remember myself, hitting you with a swear jar after we got you realize that you said fuck 3 times. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, I didn't expect that either. I believe it is 4-4 now. I mean, I was reading chat, but I'm pretty sure I heard about, Oni has confirmed it is 4-4. 2 minutes, 34 seconds remaining. Tied score, 4-4 between Johnny freaking Rainbow and Wild Thing Adrian Adorable. Goddamn. That double underhook suplex is brutal. It is 5-4 for Johnny Rainbow. He's not done. He is not done. Looking for another fall here. They are both worn right out. Covered in sweat. Neither bleeding. Both of them have managed to avoid getting bloodied up so far today. Johnny is looking to put things away here. Oh my. Is it going to be 6-4? It is 6-4 with 90 seconds remaining. Question of the show. What is your favorite SPV, PPV, or PLE of the year and why? Or maybe you have one of each. Maybe you have a show from all promotions that you love to watch every single year. That works too. Blood on the Ice. That was fantastic. That was absolutely a special show. Damn. Did that man just deliver a bookend outside the ring? It is 6-5. Less than 60 seconds remaining. The champion looking to try to tie things up here, but Johnny Rainbow was... Oh, nice reversal by Adrian Adorable there. Oh! What the hell? Good God. Wow, it is tie game. 6-6. Uh-oh. Oh, another bookend. But I don't even know if he's going to be able to cover him here. He is so fatigued from the battle with Johnny. Uh-oh. Come on, Johnny. Oh. Oh. Man, less than 10 seconds remain. It is 7-6 for the champion. But man, what a match. And that'll do it. That will do it. The champion remains the champion. That is it. That is all. So, ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the match, and still your TWA Pride champion from Team Curlidi by a score of 7-6. What a battle that was. Awesome. Score of 7-6. It is Wild Thing Adrian Adorable walking into Slammiversary, still your Pride champion. Wow. I mean, that was an awesome match, though, Oni. I mean, we got to see a rematch between those two after that. I mean, Adrian sneaks in a fall with 10 seconds. Was it 15 or 10 seconds remaining? Wow. What a battle. I really enjoyed that. I was excited for that match. I mean, the outcome wasn't as I expected or wanted, but Adrian Adorable proves once again why he was the one behind popularizing the division. He's been on an absolute tear since returning. He is 4-0 with a title defense under his belt. So, fantastic. Good on him. Congratulations to Team Curlidi and Adrian Adorable. Luke the Gooner 94, what's going on, buddy? Is Gooner or Mickey Jane Gooner? You know Gooner's in. This is Slammiversary, my friend. Unless, of course, you're not aware from spending too much time at the shrine and you've caused yourself to go blind. You know what championship it is that the Gooner holds. If I did not have the Gooner here at Slammiversary, I mean, the rest of the teams and community would eat me alive. Eat me alive. There'd be no more shows. I'd be all chewed up. Spit out. Somebody else is going to take over. Oh, we can't have that. We cannot have somebody else taking over. It'd probably be Jack, too, and then y'all be fucked. January would put her foot in your ass. See? Exactly. You got to have the Gooner here today. It is what it is. But yeah, so the Gooner, I mean, he's main eventing today, Luke, so it's going to be a while. Luke has some adverts. This is a good time if anybody wants to make fun of Luke. He can't see your message. He's got ads. How dare you? Did you have a good New Year's Eve, Luke? How was your New Year's Eve? Archer forgets about Gooner, and that causes an uproar that causes you to go back to doing shows in high school gyms. Yeah. Yo, Fern Shoulder Guy rating with 12 villains. What's going on, Fern Shoulder Guy? How was your stream? How was everybody's New Year's Eve, first and foremost? Welcome in. Appreciate you being here. This is our 4th annual TWA Slammiversary stream preview. So it is a action-packed day. 14 matches of absolute fire, championship matches all day long. It is an absolute spectacle today, so welcome in. You just missed the first match of the day, so technically 13 matches left. But I mean, a great time to come in. We just had our Pride Championship on the line. Johnny freaking Rainbow from Team Infinitoni was challenging Wild Thing, Adrian Adorable from Team Curleedy. And, of course, as you can see, Adrian Adorable, the reigning defending champion, was able to sneak in a win. But what a battle it was. Final score of 7-6 in an Iron Falls Anywhere matchup. Absolutely tremendous match. Great way to kick things off for the day. It was a fantastic tone setter. Plus, I was really excited about the match. I'm a big Johnny Rainbow fan. Johnny didn't win, but he is awesome. They were both awesome. That was a fantastic match. Well, I've had my coffee now. I gotta go be a cop. All right, have a good day, soul. Appreciate you stopping in. You're a cop? I did not know this. Or are you like going to play a game where you're a cop? What am I missing? Open those betting lines. All betting lines are open? Of course they are. You just had to give me work to do, didn't you? You couldn't wait for everybody else to do it. No. I'm just going to open them for everybody. Yo, Moon Raider. What's going on, Moon Raider? Welcome in. Appreciate you being here. Of course you're going to be here. You know Queen's in action today. Queen Dust is going to be tearing up the scene later today. Well, welcome in. 4th Annual TWA Slammiversary. But yeah, so how was, Fern Shoulder Guy, how was your New Year's Eve if you're still here? If you're not, I understand. You just got done a stream. You got post-show maintenance to do. Lots going on. It's also New Year's Day. You could be visiting family. Either way, appreciate the invasion. Appreciate everybody stopping by. All right, so let's get to our second matchup of the day. Before we just continue talking and forget that we have wrestlers sitting in the back, greased up and ready to roll. All right, so our next matchup is an Elimination Royale. This is for the TWA Legends Championship. We've got, of course, the one Elijah Archer, and he's going to be coming out with some new ring attire just for Slammiversary today, a new entrance. DJ Snowbeast in the house, Superstar Billy Graham, Diamond Dallas Page, Mr. Perfect Kurt Hennig, and, of course, the reigning defending TWA Legends Champion from Team Cornhusk Show. It is the very scary Carino Sinister Farmer putting his title on the line here this afternoon. Elimination Royale, 6 stars, all going to battle, and they've got to eliminate each other to have the right to take home that Legends Championship gold. I do have apparently a betting line to open, though, seeing how Soul Embers decided before he left that we should just have betting lines all night long. So let me get that open. Hold on. So who's walking out Legends Champion? We have Elijah Archer in there. We have DJ Snowbeast in the house from Team DJ Snowbeast. Superstar Billy Graham is in the house, former Legends Champion, as is DJ, as is Mr. Perfect. These are all former Legends Champion. I'm trying to remember, did DDP have the Legends Championship, or was it the one championship he had won? He might be a former champion too, actually. He might be a former champion too. Part of me thinks he actually is. Alright, and the reigning defending champion, Carino Farmer. Carino Sinister Farmer. The man everybody's been afraid of since his arrival. Very mysterious. He's very scary. Quick-tempered. There's rumors been going around for years that he was some sort of a cannibal. We're not really sure if that... I mean, nobody wants to really ask him. Hell, nobody even interviews him anymore. Alright, here we go. So I'll give you guys 10 minutes to make your bets on this matchup between Elijah Archer and DJ Snowbeast Superstar Billy Graham, DDP, Mr. Perfect, and of course the reigning defending champion from Team Cornhusk Show. It is Carino, Sinister Farmer from the Wolfpack. For some reason it's not letting me. Let's try that again. For some reason it's not letting me. I'm going to try it again. It's messing with me. Let's try that. Well, it looks like I'm going to have to redo the whole betting line. For some reason, the betting line did not want to, it did not want to work. So let's try that again. Should just take me a moment here. There we go. There we go. Betting line is finally open. Good God, that seemingly took forever. I don't know what was going on there. The first time, for some reason, it would not let me open the betting line. But good to go. So you got 10 minutes to make your bets. Who is walking out of this Elimination Royale? Legends champion. All former champions. And, of course, the current reigning defending champion. But who's it going to be? Can Carino Farmer somehow pull this off? He is a member of the Wolfpack. They are very resilient. They managed to get the job done even when it looks seemingly impossible. So it is definitely possible that could happen. But, I mean, you got Mr. Perfect in there, one of the greatest Intercontinental champions ever. Former Legends champion. DDP, former world champion in other promotions. Former Legends champion himself. Superstar Billy Graham, former Legends champion. DJ Snowbeast, former multiple-time champion and Legends champion. And, of course, we all know the one, Elijah Archer. But let's get the show turning and burning, shall we? It is showtime and go time for the Elimination Royale for the Legends Championship. Let's go. Showtime and go time. Alright, Variance of Strife is in the house. What's going on, Variance? How was your New Year's Eve? Did you miss anything? You've only missed one match. Johnny Rainbow and Adrian Adorable set the tone today for the Pride Championship. What a banger. It's going to be a tough match up the top, let's put it that way. The final score was 7-6. The final fall was within the last 15 seconds or less of the match. It was awesome. Like, we definitely need a rematch between those two. Hands down. Fantastic. But yeah, so Adrian Adorable ended up winning with a final score of 7-6 and retained the Legends, or not the Legends, the Pride Championship. Legends Championship is this matchup. 6th Villain Elimination Royale. Speaking of villains, we finally climbed up to 1,600 villains in the Fam Jam. Oh, I apologize. It is 1602. 1,602 members of the Fam Jam. But yeah, there's definitely a few people here that have been here for more than one Slammiversary. Again, this is our 4th annual stream preview. The man with the bag. DDP. I mean, it's one of those things. I liked Diamond Dallas Page, but I wasn't like a huge fan of him or anything. He was fun to watch from time to time. He got into the game really late, though, too. I think he was in his mid-30s. Previous to that, I think he was like a ref and commentator. Here we go, guys. He was awesome on the microphone, though. So good at cutting promos. One Woozy TV is in the house. Woozy, how are you doing? Appreciate you being here. Welcome to the 4th Annual TWA Slammiversary stream preview. How was your New Year's Eve? Did you have a good holidays in general? Good to see Woozy here. How is Woozy? I'm doing fantastic. I'm doing fantastic. I mean, I gotta go back to work tomorrow, but it is what it is. You have news. Fantastic. What is your news? Did you buy a new car? Decided to take up hiking, and your main goal is to travel to Tokyo and visit Mount Fuji. It's kind of like a prelude to, you know, something bigger. After 2 years, you're down 202 fucking pounds. That is phenomenal. You've lost 202 fucking pounds in the last 2 years. That is truly amazing. Congratulations. You must feel so good. You should be proud of yourself, at very least. Right, Fern? That's amazing. That is amazing. I remember, I'd have to scroll back a long way back, but I mean, Woozy at one point was keeping me updated with pictures while he was making his progress. And I remember even, it wasn't even like full 6 months in, and he had already had a huge difference in appearance. You could hear him speak more clearly, and just, you know, just a fantastic thing to watch. You know what you should do, Woozy, if you still have some pictures of before and during and after, you should absolutely post those on the Discord, because people love that kind of thing. I mean, you are a success story for somebody that was, you know, medically overweight, right? And you were able to pull things together and stay dedicated and get that confidence and that esteem you needed to truck on through, because that's a hard battle. Weight loss is not an easy thing. Weight loss is not an easy thing. And of course, I've been a martial artist my whole life, so I've literally helped people with many things, from esteem to confidence to weight loss to you know, competing, other things, right? So I've done it all. So I know for a fact that it is not easy. It is not an easy thing. I actually had a student. He is 6'8", and when he first came to me, he was about 340 pounds. And inside of about a 2-year period, I had him from 340. He was down to 288 pounds, which was a tremendous thing for him. And he had some issues going on with his legs because of all the different weight. And plus, he's a big man. Big man. I got to tell you, it was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be to train him as such a big giant dude. I think it helped a lot that he just had zero ego. So he was willing to put the work in, he was willing to listen, take advice. The one Elijah Archer, the new Action Zone Wrestling Continental Champion. Of course, he's not defending here today. Today is all about TAW and TWA champions and superstars. But look at Archer all decked out in gold. Bit of a new entrance for him today too. That's interesting. Yeah, bad news though as well. Well, goddamn it, Woozy. Why do you have to have good and bad news? What are you, a doctor? What's? Do we want to know the bad news? How bad is bad? I mean, is it just bad, or is it like bad shit going on? Oh, that's terrible, Woozy. I'm sorry to hear that. My condolences. You know, as someone that just lost a parent not long ago myself, I can absolutely relate. It's a tough time. You always think you're prepared, especially if even if they've had some health challenges, and you're prepared because you know it's going to happen at some point. You're never prepared. You're never prepared, even if you are in the mindset that you're prepared. But the best thing to do, and some people don't want to because maybe they don't like it or they don't feel comfortable doing it, but the best thing to do is grieve. If people, they need to give themselves that time to do so. Some people don't, and I've seen that go way the wrong direction too. You know, you can't bottle emotions like that up. So the very best thing you can do is grieve. She had stage 4. Oh, okay. Stage 4 breast cancer. That's absolutely unfortunate. Terrible news. Life is great is in the house. What's going on, Life? Welcome in. Appreciate you being here. What's new and exciting, my friend? How's the novel writing going? Have you been partaking in any new stage plays that I don't know about? Life's always got something going on. Life is one of our, well, like I said earlier, one of the things that makes our community and our fam jam. I like to call it the fam jam. We're a family now. This is not the Archiverse channel anymore. How dare I even call this the Archiverse channel anymore? It should be, I'm afraid that some people might think it's a new channel and like unfollow and shit. But we should actually be renaming the Archiverse TWA Wrestling is what we should be renaming it. I just have never done it. I've never changed the channel name. We've always been known as the Archiverse, but truthfully, this is TWA Wrestling. This is the TWA community. I don't run this for my own benefit, and I don't. Everybody knows I'm my own management team, so I have a couple of wrestlers, and I partner with other teams, and we have, for instance, Sir Jack the Great. He and I have the coalition together. He wrestles with MJF. Elijah wrestles with Joe Hendry usually. Tonight he's after his most favorite and prized belt of all time, though. He's a 10-time Legends champion. He's obsessed with that championship, much like Mrs. Archer got obsessed with the TWA Television Championship. They're absolutely nuts over those championships. But Archer had the choice tonight. He could challenge for tag team championships, and he could have been involved with one of the television championship matches, either the television championship or, I guess it's not a television championship, but the TAW Pure Wrestling Championship. He could have challenged for one of those belts tonight. But he wanted to go after Carino Sinister Farmer. He did not care who else was in the matchup. He just wanted another shot at the championship that he does so love. Whether or not he wins. Cool attire, though. I enjoyed the new entrance. That was different. My co-author and I finally have a professional editor, so we're hoping to be published by the end of June. Awesome. So yeah, back to what I was saying. We have so many talented people and brilliant people. We've got from all different walks of life, whether it be novelists, we've got people that are in the computer industry, we've got people that are police officers, doctors, nurses, artists, musicians. I mean, we have everything in our community. So many brilliant people, and then we have a lot of really brilliant streamers, which is, of course, why we all know why I don't consider myself a streamer. I don't like to put myself in that category. There's too many people, friends of mine, and you guys alike, that are so much better at this, what I consider actual streaming, where you're actually sitting there playing a game for people, you know what you're doing. You're not sitting there dying every 2 seconds. I mean, if I was to actually stream, I am tempted to someday stream, because I got to restart Ni no Kuni. I was doing very well, finally. It was my first RPG game in over 2 decades. And I was really enjoying it. I actually was streaming it. I don't think you'll find those VODs anywhere. I'm pretty sure they're gone now. I never exported those VODs, only my wrestling shows, or our wrestling shows. But I was streaming Ni no Kuni. I was really enjoying it, having a good time with it. It was my first RPG in 2 decades. One of my kids fucking deleted my shit. And I got so butthurt I just never restarted. But for the most part, when it comes to streaming regular games, I mean, you would probably be watching me rage more than anything. You would literally be watching me rage. Even RPG games, and I have a very volatile history. A TV, many controllers, things happened. And so I didn't play RPG games for a very long time. But somebody, I can't remember, I think it might have been Toya Hachijo, perhaps, mentioned that I might like that game. And so I was like, well, that's interesting, because he's a very good streamer, and he streams all kinds of different RPG games and other such things. So I thought, well, if he's recommending it, it's probably worth a try. So I gave it a shot. Man, the visuals alone are amazing. The artistry that is in that video game is off the hook. I really like the characters. It's easy to get into them and follow them. I actually bought Ni no Kuni 1 and 2. So I do have those. But I mean, at the end of the day, we are a wrestling channel. And even though 5 years ago, people told me I'd never make it as a wrestling channel. There's too many other wrestling channels. You can't just do one thing. You can't be a one-trick pony. Unless you have the community we have, right? I mean, you guys are the Archerverse TV. You've made the channel what it is. You've continued to produce so many great stories, whether, you know, role plays, wrestler, new. I mean, sometimes you mix it up and you have new wrestlers come into the scene. You know, Infinite Oni's had a few different wrestlers come in and be successful and grace us in the ring. Many people have done that. Sir Jack the Great, Sony, Joe Link. You know, Joe Link, we have a lot to thank for. There's another very talented man. He creates a lot of our logos, most of our logos, to be fair. Comes up with championship designs for me. I basically tell him what I'm thinking. He pops a few ideas out to see which one I'm going to take the bite on, and we go from there. We work very well as a team. He also does, obviously, the Joe Link's match recaps and highlights, which we will get into at some point. We do have those to go through. Happy belated birthday. Thank you very much, Oni. Appreciate that. And thank you, Life. Appreciate that as well. Yesterday was my birthday, yes. Not today. But it was a quiet day. Didn't do too much. Had pizza for dinner. Wife worked a good portion of the day, so, and she had to be up at 3 a.m. this morning to go back to work. So, I mean, she went to bed quite early. Not necessarily early for her, early for me, to be fair. But yeah, it was a quiet night. Enjoyable, though. You know, no chaos. I have a few EBW people up on... Okay. All right, sounds good. That sounds good. Yes, Oni and I, of course, have been talking a little bit about having some crossover shows. And I know Honeybee Wrestling would like to have some crossover shows involving the Vixens of HCW, EBW, and of course from TWA or TAW or Action Zone Wrestling, whichever they choose. We all know who Honeybee is. We all know who Infinite Oni is. So I'm sure whomever they request to go work for their promotion will not second guess the opportunity. Somebody got eliminated. Yo, the champion got eliminated. The champ is gone. Carino Farmer has been eliminated. Only a 2 count there. DJ just about took out Archer. DDP got the pin on superstar Billy Graham. So Carino Farmer is gone. And I'm trying to remember who else was in there because they're gone too. They are gone too. We are down to 4 out of 6. That's what happens when I don't pay attention. Yeah, while you're watching the show, have a little fun, see how many different animals or superstars you can become, or see how many different vehicles you can drive. Exclamation point Animagus, exclamation point Superstar, and exclamation point Vehicle. Or exclamation point Chairshot Glenola. That would be fun too. We could do that. I think that would be a lot of fun. Specifically because he's not here at the moment. Wow, Archer is out of there. It is down to DJ Snowbeast, DDP, and Superstar Billy Graham. Very interesting. All former champions that are left. Life is Great is driving a Harley. Nice. Came to the show in style. No tire marks, though, please. Not that I clean the floors, but... DJ's laid out outside the ring. And it was Mr. Perfect that was eliminated. So Mr. Perfect was eliminated first. Wow, Superstar Billy Graham is out. We are down to the final 2 members of this Elimination Royale. It is DJ Snowbeast and DDP. Both bloodied up. You can tell they're both fatiguing. Drenched in sweat. Oh! Nice lariat. Just bowls over DJ Snowbeast there. But yeah, so Carino Farmer, the reigning defending champion, was second. And then Elijah Archer was eliminated third. And of course, Superstar Billy Graham, number 4, to be eliminated from the contest. DDP and DJ Snowbeast to crown a brand new TWA Legends champion.
Denied with an elbow.
Man, Superstar Billy Graham, he just barely get up now. He's just leaving. And he is not leaving very quickly. Yo, DJ, I think, looking to end things here. Going for the snake, and the ref is in his way. Nice. Changes it up. Beautiful Samoan drop. And now he's lighting him up with a jab. Look at this. The striking of DJ Snowbeast is phenomenal. Man should box. Oh! Or he could be a garbage man. He threw that can very well. I mean, I'd go with the boxing. Yo, DDP with a face buster. Oh, he kicked out. 2 count only there. 2 count only there. Yes, for those just coming in, welcome to TWA's biggest show of the year. Our 4th annual TWA Slammiversary finally upon us. Welcome in. Appreciate you being here. We are just getting things started. This is only our 2nd match of the day. Adrian Adorable and Johnny freaking... That is it. That is all. Look at that. DJ does it. DJ pulled it off. Wow. What an elimination royale that was. DJ Snowbeast, your new TWA Legends champion, of course, hailing from Team DJ Snowbeast.
Celebrating the championship win here. He wanted this title so badly, and he went in there and made it happen.
Big win for DJ. That was a big win. Diamond Cutter out of nowhere. How dare you? 75% Pure Wrestling Championship worthy. 79 Tag Team. 82 Television. 56 for World. Life giving it a go, but no cigar. Don't forget, you can also roll the dice. ! Roll. Or you can play poker. ! Poker. Also an option. But congratulations to Team DJ Snowbeast. DJ Snow, aka DJ Snowbeast, your new reigning defending TWA Legends champion here at Slammiversary. Fantastic. Alright, DJ will be happy about that. Papa Snowbeast in action later as well. But up next, ladies and gentlemen, it is a 2-on-2 tag team elimination matchup. It is for the TAW World Tag Team Championships. It is Team Sir Jack the Great and Team Alan Severn. Technically Team Glenola, but Alan Severn does not like it when we don't mention him, so we're going to throw both out there. It is Glenola and Alan Severn. And of course, Team CPAC, Luscious Luther Brody, Captain Ghastly. Of course, we all know how ghastly he is. Disgusting being. I still to this day do not know why. We just got rid of him. We finally got him out of here. I don't know who he was wrestling for. I did not care. And then Alan Severn reels him right back in like a big, giant, disgusting fish on a hook into the Wolfpack. And they have been creating havoc together ever since. They've already been tag team champions. Tonight, they would like to be tag team champions again. They have earned the right to do so. But they've got to beat MJF and JC the Great. And that is not an easy task. Doesn't matter what team you are. They are an absolute well-oiled machine. and have been wreaking havoc in the tag team division all season. It's been crazy. But it is our next match. I got to issue the payout for the last match, and because Jack has already Soul opened all the betting lines. I have another betting line to open. So let me get the betting line open here. So who walks out TAW Tag Team Champions? Is it going to be the Wolfpack or the Coalition? Team Sir Jack the Great's JC the Great and MJF. Maxwell Jacob Friedman in the house. Better than the best of the world he is. Self-proclaimed, of course. Alright, there we go. Betting lines are open. And here we go. It is time to rock and roll. Matchup number 3 of the day. It is the Wolfpack versus the Coalition. TAW World Tag Team Championships on the line. Let's go. Let's go. Alright. We are at some point going to get into Joe Lake's match recaps and highlights. We've been having some great conversations. I could start pasting them in the chat, but I thought we would read them today. We'll see what happens, because we're talking about a lot of stuff. If we get too far into the show, reading is the way to go, because it can get done faster than pasting it all in the chat, but we'll see what happens. A 2 and a 1. I actually forget what the dice is. Did that pop up yet to show what our dice are today? I'm scrolling back. I should ban all of you. 5 and 4. Today's dice are 5 and 4. I also can't remember what poker is, but if you scroll back, you'll find it, I'm sure. It is likely... Oh, there it is right there. Pair of 9s, pair of 8s, 7 high. That is the poker hand to beat. 2 pair.
This title match already trending on social media. The challenger knows
Life gave that a shot. That didn't work out either. Don't feel bad, Life. I never win. The guy wasn't in the Pride match? Luscious Luther Brody? No. No, he wouldn't. I mean, he would be in the division for sure. But... And how dare you even suggest such things? Why would you want Luscious Luther Brody even in the division, Oni? What is wrong with you? Next you're going to tell me you want to recruit him from the Wolfpack and have him join, you know, Pretty Deadly. I mean, you've already got Elton Prince and Kit Wilson with Johnny Rainbow. You don't need Luscious Luther Brody. I mean, besides, could you imagine the level of sexual harassment from that man? He fits the bill. Oh, Oni, don't say such thing. Listen, it took us forever to get rid of Luscious Luther Brody. He is an absolute prehistoric pig. Flat out. Took us for, and then Alan Severn reels him back in. And you're telling me now you're on the Luscious Luther Brody band? Is there Kool-Aid they're handing out? Like, are you high? What is wrong with you? Luscious Luther Brody. No, I don't want to look at him. You look at him. I'm tempted to have Ultraviolet challenge for the Pride Championship. That would be awesome. I'm sure Johnny would step aside and have his rematch later for the championship for Ultraviolet. I don't see why that wouldn't be a thing that could happen. Johnny's always been easy to work with. Man never complains either. That's why Johnny Rainbow, one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. Man does not care if he wins or loses. He's out there for the fans. He's out there to represent his team. And even when he loses matches, he still does it with such grace and elegance. He's one of those dudes that can just make a loss look good, right? You don't really care when it comes to Johnny Rainbow. But his wins are so spectacular. He wins them in the most inventive of ways at times. But he's never had an ego. He loses a match. The only question he has isn't like, you know, I want that rematch. Who am I facing next? Never has asked for a rematch. Always earned them.
This is gonna be good.
Coalition making their way to the ring. Having a super straight man win, it was just... Yeah. He would slap a California stick on top of it and call it the California Pride Championship. Oh, good God. Stop it. That is disgusting. Although I don't think that Luscious Luther Brody is 100% straight. I'm just going to throw that out there. I don't think he's straight. Like what Lance Storm did, yeah, called everything the Canadian Championship. I actually liked that. That was the only cool thing Lance Storm ever did. Yo, Honeybee. Honeybee in the house. Tier 1 subscription, 17 months from Team Honeybee Wrestling. Thank you, I appreciate that. I appreciate the sub. We were just talking about you, Honeybee. Not just, but a little while ago. About you possibly having some cross-promotional shows involving the Vixens. You know, from HCW, from EVW, from TAW and TWA. And then Oni and I, of course, have been talking about doing some crossover shows between EVW and TWA as well. Here we go, Tag Team Championship on the line. Answer the question. AEW all in Wembley? I can understand that, actually. I can, because I enjoyed both of them. The one didn't do as well as the first, right? But they were still both really good shows. Very good shows. Do you have other PLEs or pay-per-views you like as well that you like to watch every year? Or is that your main... I never ask about WrestleMania because I just assume most wrestling fans probably watch it, right? Doesn't matter. If you've been a long-time pro wrestling fan and you are one of those people that watch every promotion because you just enjoy pro wrestling, you're watching WrestleMania, right? Very few people would say, nah, I'm skipping Mania this year. I'm sure it could, it would happen, could happen. That's not going to be a normal occurrence. But yeah, that was the only cool thing that Lance Storm did. Because let's face it, the guy had the charisma of a gnat. You know, the charisma of a gnat. Even Sir Jack the Great has more charisma than Lance Storm. And I know that's saying a lot before anybody says anything, right? We know that's a lot. Jack, for being such a sexy human being, he's lacking in the charisma. I don't know if it's his lack of confidence. He needs to build his esteem up a little bit. Maybe he's a little shorter in the junk trunk area than he'd like to be, and it upsets. So I don't know. But the charisma needs to build with Sir Jack the Great. It just is what it is. I'm sure you all agree.
Hazardous part of town here on the apron.
But Honeybee, before I forget, how was your New Year's Eve? How was your New Year's Eve? I was literally just about to start with some Joe Link's match recaps and highlights. But Honeybee distracted me. Joe Link's match recap. I don't even have it up. I gotta bring it up. I'm not prepared. How dare I not be prepared? By the way, Luke the Gooner, did you ever answer my question, Le Question? How was your New Year's Eve? How was your night last night? Did you have fun? Were you with family? Did you have some friends over, or maybe go to a friend's house? Were you at the shrine all night long? I mean, I assume when you're home, you're always at the shrine. I'm just throwing that out there. Just going to say. I think, personally, I'm sure most of us would agree. We feel that when you're at home, you're likely at the shrine. You probably eat your meals there. But anyways, yeah, how was your New Year's? I'm just getting Joe Link's match recaps ready. I gotta go back just a little ways.
From the top. Down.
Because I know we had a tournament in there too. There's 617. We already read matches from 617, I believe. So that means we're at the tournament before 618. Alright, so that's where we're going to be picking up. When we get Joe Link's match recaps and highlights underway.
Oh, so frightening.
Answer to the question, PLE War Games, pay-per-view World's End, SPV, Weird Behavior. The Weird Behavior stream previews are fun, aren't they? They are fun. I mean, how they became a thing, you know, might be a little bit mischievous, if you will. But they've been fire stream previews for sure. You like War Games? See, I'm not a big fan of War Games. I don't know why. I don't know why that is. Because I like chamber matches, I like cage matches. I don't know. I don't really care for the War Games matches.
Cooking with gas now.
Yeah, don't forget, exclamation point TV, exclamation point pure, exclamation point tag, exclamation point 1, and exclamation point world if you'd like to try and become championship worthy. And of course, with the one championship, that's very handy, because otherwise you got to be voted in by the Fam Jam to face the one challenger or champion. You would be the would-be challenger. I wish War Games was elimination yes, I know, me too. Exactly. It should be. And that's one of the things about it that bothers me. It's a War Games matchup, you know? Why should only one man fall? When are you ever going to be in a war or on a battlefield where only one man falls? You know what I mean? Should be elimination all the way. If they would do that... See, they should just hire me to come work for them. And I could throw some most excellent ideas into their ears. Crawl inside their heads and pick their brains a little bit. But yeah, I totally wish it was elimination. Triple H, TKO, anybody else that is likely never going to listen, if you happen to be, for some strange, weird reason, which I personally would get a great kick out of, by the way. Yeah, can we please make War Games elimination style? Thank you. That would be lovely. It would be lovely. The war is won by many. Exactly. So there should be elimination. Should be many. In an actual war, the war isn't won by killing one person. No, exactly. It's won by killing many. That's right. That's exactly my point. It should be elimination. That would make it so much better, I think. I really believe that. Whether or not they ever do it. Yo, Mufasa's in the house. What's going on, Mufasa? Are we caught up in our shoutouts? If we're not, we should probably do that. Hint, hint, Ace. There we go. I believe Ace is already caught up. He actually was on a roll with shoutouts earlier. Until I forgot, we've done the new one so often that sometimes you forget how to do the old shoutout. An outstanding member of the Fam Jam. That they are. By the way, Mufasa, as you know, TDL is in action today. Reigning defending Action Zone Wrestling Tag Team Champions, by the way. Their titles are not on the line today, but they will most certainly looking to be winning new Tag Team Gold today. That they will. They will be challenging Phenomenal Soul later in the day for the TWA World Tag Team Championships. Every match is absolute fire today. Wow. Holy shitballs. Luscious Luther Brody just pinned MJF. JC is left in there all by himself. Team Sir Jack the Great has got to be just gritting his teeth right now. He is probably not very happy about this situation. Both members of the Wolfpack fired up and ready to go, and it is just JC all by himself in there with those two villains. I just woke up and I see we're live, so I'm here. Morning destination, TWA Slammiversary. Let's go. Oni, it is if you kill the leader, then it usually turns into dissension and in fighting for control, so it changes the war. That is fair. That is fair. I just think the concept of war games would be so much better if it was elimination. I do. JC trying to even the odds here, but Luscious Luther Brody said, no sir, not today. MJF just leaving ringside now. He was laid out for a while. Luscious Luther Brody did him in. Oh, knee right to the midsection, right to the belly. Uh-oh. T-bone suplex. He called that an exploder suplex. That was a T-bone suplex. Somebody needs to fire the B team. Why were they even invited to Slammiversary anyways? Like, who the hell invited them here? You couldn't have come up with better B team commentators than that for the day? We need to have a conversation with Johnny the Ace Steamboat. I think the man is starting to lose his scruples. If I hear a DDT for a kick out today, when there's been no DDT happening in the ring, they'll be immediately fired. So, Strife, did you do anything interesting for New Year's? I don't even know if you answered that question already or not.
The count just keeps going up.
And anybody else that wants to chime in, how was your New Year's? We're about to get started with Joe Link's match recaps and highlights here in just a few moments.
Oh my goodness, are you kidding me?
We've got quite a few to get through, but that's okay. This is only the third match of the day, so we've got a boatload of matches still to get through. A boatload.
Oh man,
reminds me of Bash on the Beach. Just think, this summer will be our 5th annual Bash at the Beach stream preview. We have 3 stream previews that are coming up on their 5th annual. Obviously, next year's TWA Slammiversary with the 5th annual. But, for those that forgot, we also have TWA's Bash at the Beach and TWA's Halloween Havoc stream preview. Will all be going into their 5th annual shows in 2025. TWA Slammiversary. Oh! That is it. That is all. The Wolfpack have finished off the Coalition. Good God, they ate them alive. Luscious Luther Brody took out MJF. Alan Severn took out JC. And ladies and gentlemen, we have brand new TAW World Tag Team Champions. The Wolfpack going home with gold early in the day. Bear hug for the win, Strife says. Yeah, that was a hell of a bear hug. You know, JC's a fairly thick man. So, you know, the bigger and thicker they are, the harder it is. And let's face it, Alan Severn, not the biggest man on the roster. He's kind of like Wolverine, though. Right? He's little, but he's explosive. You know? Alan Severn, I mean, have you ever seen Alan Severn next to his little brother? Which happens to be War of the Machine, by the way. He is no little man. I mean, War of the Machine is what? Where's Team Glenola when you need them? I think, Strife, what would you say? War's about what, 6'10"? He's got to be somewhere around 300 plus pounds. And then you get Alan Severn, who's only hovering around the 6 foot mark, maybe a little less. but he is bulky. You know who Alan Severn kind of reminds me of is Taz. He's a little bigger than Taz, but War is a teddy bear. That's what Roxanne Riley always used to say. I don't understand that. It does not compute for me. War the Machine and teddy bear. They do not seem to, that they would coexist. Personally speaking. Strife says 6'8 to 6'10, yeah. Yeah, that's what I thought. So he's a very large man in comparison to his little brother. It's kind of crazy. Andre is the only person we know of bigger than... Yeah. Yeah, because even Damien's only 6'10 himself, right? Is he 6'9", 6'10"? So he's not bigger than War either. And War is a lot thicker than Damien. Did everybody see Damien return? Damien has finally returned. It's not the first time he's returned, but he is back after quite a long hiatus. And he didn't come back he did not come back for any squash matches. I mean, he came in and immediately took on Finn Balor. He took on Finn Balor yesterday in Action Zone Wrestling. If you haven't seen it, make sure you watch that VOD. What a match that was. A huge return for Damien, who's no longer going by the Nightmare, by the way. I'm not going to spoil it for you, though. You got to watch the return of Damien from Team Kraken Skulls. Speaking of Kraken, where the hell is Kraken? Life, can you summon Kraken Skulls? It's kind of like when you used to summon Strife. Glenola might... I don't know if Glenola works today. I don't think so. I mean, the folks in the U.S. get New Year's Day off, right? For the most part, unless you happen to be like, a police officer, doctor, that sort of thing. So he might be off today, but he was up late. Because him and I were watching cartoons on Discord last night. By the way, if you ever see us in Discord, feel free to drop in. Everybody's welcome. We usually sit there and watch cartoons, believe it or not. Well, last night we were watching like Bugs Bunny cartoons and Marvin Martian and shit. It was awesome. Sir Jack the Great was in there with us. Mr. Kill Your Vibes 69 was in there. Curliti! Yo, Curliti! Curliti, you missed the first match. Our tone setter of the day was Johnny freaking Rainbow versus Wild Thing Adrian Adorable for the TWA Pride Championship, and what a match it was. It set the bar so high, Curliti. It set the bar so high, you gotta watch that match. It was absolutely fantastic. I missed it. Grabs handbags and walked. How dare you? Somebody grab those handbags and hit Curliti in the side of the head, tie her up, and make them watch the rest of the show. I'm hearing Curliti in the tune of Carlito's old theme song. Oh my god. That, actually, no, that'd be kind of funny. That would be kind of funny. Yeah, I adored that cranky man, Curliti says. But yeah, Curliti, you're definitely going to want to catch up on that VOD. What a match. It was a Falls Count Anywhere matchup, of course, in the form of an Iron Man match. So it's a TWA matchup. It's called an Iron Falls Anywhere matchup. For 20 minutes, they went to war. For 20 minutes, they went to war. But it's been a fantastic day so far. We're going to move on to the next match right now. And we're also going to be getting into some Joe Links match recaps. And I keep saying that. We were supposed to start like match 2. But we've all got things to talk about. It is New Year's Day. It is the 4th annual TWA Slammiversary. There's lots to discuss. But we will get there. We will definitely get there. All right, next matchup of the day from Team Honey Bee Wrestling. It is the League of Nations. It is Sarah Suzuki and the great B. Jackson. They are taking on a team that they have been rivaled and paired against for the last couple of months, and they have been going to war each and every time they hit that ring. They each have wins over each other. I would say the League of Nations has actually picked up the pace as of late. I believe they actually hold more windfall. So they've been in tag team competition and singles competition, though, to be fair. They've been in singles and tag team. But both teams have traded victories, but lately, man oh man, B. Jackson and Sarah Suzuki have been eating up the Vixen scene like nothing. Tonight, they are looking to become double tag team champions. They are the reigning defending Action Zone Wrestling Women's World Tag Team Champions. Tonight, they look to take the TAW World Tag Team Champions off the waists of Shea Starling and Penny Lane. Retro Beat. That is our next match of the day. It is the League of Nations versus Retro Beat. World Tag titles on the line. So let me get the betting line open and issue the payout from the last match first. I got to keep remembering to do that because Soul Embers already came in and opened them all. Alright, Wolfpack was our new reigning defending champions. Here we go. So who walks out? TAW Tag Team Champions. It is champions versus champions. Action Zone Wrestling Tag Team Champions versus the TAW World Tag Team Champions. This is going to be a fire matchup, guys. Who's walking out champs? Is it going to be League of Nations? Or is it going to be Retro Beat, the longtime Tag Team Champions? 10 minutes to make your bets. And there you go. Betting lines are open. So without further ado, let's get right to it. It is time to turn and burn. League of Nations, Retro Beat, World Tag Team Championships on the line. Let's go. Showtime and go time.
They are ready for a fight.
All right. So get your bets in. You guys have 9 minutes and 28 seconds to do so. There is currently 0 in the jackpot. But over 9 minutes to get your bets in. The question is, who do you guys think is winning? Who's walking out the Tag Team Champions? Is it going to be the reigning defending Action Zone Wrestling Women's Tag Team Champions, or is it going to be the TAW, the Twitch All-Star Wrestling Women's World Tag Team Champions, Retro Beat? I know who I'm going for. I'll be honest, I think that the Retro Beat, I mean, don't get me wrong, they're great athletes. They've been fantastic champions too, but they are tantalizers. They're always tantalizing everybody. Now, to be fair, that's created some interesting situations and some great matches over the season. But I want to see the League of Nations put them in their place tonight. Because don't forget, Retro Beat became the first tag team to get entered into the Hall of Legends because they won every single tag team championship. That's how they became Triple Crown champions. They literally held all 3 tag team championships at the same time. They were the first team to do it. So Retro Beat already in the Hall of Legends under the Hall of Legends Legendary Accomplishment section. They haven't been voted into the Hall of Legends by a studio of peers, but they earned their way into the Hall of Legends through the Legendary Accomplishments wing. They are Triple Crown champions. Those are not the only belts they hold. Let's not forget Shea Starling is also the TAW Women's World Champion. Penny Lane is the TWA Women's Television Champion. Unfortunately for them, that means they're going to be in battle later. So they both got to hope that the League of Nations does not absolutely destroy them in this matchup. Or that's going to make their title defenses later in the day very interesting. It is Slammiversary. If you have more than one title, and it's from TAW or TWA, it is on the line. Sorry to say. Sorry, but not sorry.
The following champion versus champion contest.
Champions versus Les Champions. Look at that sexy EVW logo up there. You'll also find it on the ring apron, actually, along with HCW.
The Action Zone Wrestling Tag Team Champions, the League.
You'll see some different logos throughout the arena today,
And their opponents,
including Sir Jack the Great.
Wrestling World Tag Team Champions.
You'll see Archer and the Phenom Joe Lincoln's logos up above the Titantron. The Phenom Joe Lincoln will, of course, be in action later today. as he and CM Punk put their TWA World Tag Team Championships on the line against Eric Dangerous and Mufasa from the Dangerous Lions. Here we go. Sarah Suzuki going to start things off with Shay Starling. Here we go. Wow, nice counter. Shay Starling immediately went for a round kick. Sarah Suzuki with... did you see how fast her leg moved? She literally got there before Shay Starling did. How could she have even known that Starling was going to throw a kick first? And yet somehow still manages to counter and strike back with a round kick of her own. That was amazing. To Moon Blue, welcome in. Appreciate you being here. How are you doing today? How was your New Year's Eve? Welcome into the 4th Annual TWA Slammiversary. It's our biggest show of the year. Championships all day long from TAW and TWA. Right now you're watching Champions versus Champions. Action Zone Wrestling Tag Team Champions from YouTube taking on the Twitch All-Star Wrestling World Tag Team Champions in a Champions versus Champions clash. TWA Slammiversary is all about the best of the best from the season, and that's exactly what everybody is seeing today. Everybody that is on the TWA Slammiversary card has earned their way there through great accomplishments and just an outstanding presence throughout the season. We've had some great champions this year.
She anticipated that one.
Champions like Queen Dust, for instance, who, by the way, has been Action Zone Wrestling champion since November the 2nd. It is January 1st, ladies and gentlemen. It's been almost 2 full months. She has been defending it. At one point, she was also Continental Champion. She was defending that as well.
Counters that. Reversals, and more reversals.
Nice reversal there by Penny Lane. Again, she is the reigning defending TWA Women's Television Champion, as well as one half of the TAW World Tag Team Champions with Shay Starling. Shay Starling also the TAW World Champion. This is a very, very formidable team, is Retro Beat. B. Jackson's been winning championships since the time of the dinosaurs, however.
Oh, look at this.
That's actually not true. She's not that old.
Probably seeing double vision.
But they call her the Great B. Jackson for a reason. Multiple-time champion, tag team champion, singles competition, Legends champion, one champion. She's done it all. She's a Grand Slam champion in the Hall of Legends, paving the way for people like Sarah Suzuki, for instance, Julia Jackson, who, by the way, we'll also see in action later today. Adam Cole is also in action today. We all know the season that Adam Cole has had, both with the formerly known as the Undisputed Kingdom and on his own. He is currently the reigning defending Action Zone Wrestling World Champion. What a great season it's been. Which team is which? So the ones in the black are the League of Nations. B. Jackson and Sarah Suzuki. And obviously the person in the green is Shay Starling from Retro Beat. And the Penny Lane, of course, is dressed in red. January is a beast. Yes, January is, and you'll also get to see January later today as well. We could not have Slammiversary without January. January is the most accomplished superstar in TWA history. Not just in the women's division, in TWA history. She is the only sextuplet champion. The only. She is also the only quintuple champion. Nobody has done that ever in the history of TWA except January. The closest we got, and we do have a few, but B. Jackson, of course, I said it earlier, she is a Grand Slam champion. Accomplishments like that are hard to achieve here because it isn't like other promotions where they just have to hold 4 different belts. you have to hold them concurrently. They have to be held at the same time. Winter Swarm, yep, the only team to have held all the gold in both TAW and TWA. Absolutely phenomenal. And that was, of course, the team of January and B. Jackson. Imagine you won that 6.K points. I mean, it's definitely possible. It is definitely possible. So far, a great tag team contest between the two champions. Retro Beat in control for now. Oh! Spoke too soon. Just like that, Sarah Suzuki tried to tag. Or she didn't try to tag, she tried to get to Penny Lane. Got distracted by the partner in crime of Shea Starling. Wait, why? Who's in the main event besides Gunnar? I mean, I can't tell at all. But it is a fatal four-way elimination matchup. It is a fatal four-way elimination matchup. You saw LA Knight. Yeah, you did. LA Knight is definitely in there. LA Knight earned his way in there. LA Knight has been phenomenal this season. Same with Gunther. Ludwig Kaiser. Of course, Ludwig Kaiser ended up with a string of losses, though. So, unfortunately for Ludwig, he didn't even make the card today. Oh! Springboard roundhouse kick right to the face of Shea Starling. Sarah Suzuki for the pin here. Shea Starling has been eliminated. Ladies and gentlemen, League of Nations have Penny Lane all to themselves. Not looking good for Retro Beat. It looks to me, ladies and gents, like we are going to see brand new TAW World Tag Team Champions here tonight. Unless Penny Lane can pull off an absolute miracle and defeat both the great B. Jackson and Sarah Suzuki in the same night, we're going to see ourselves new tag team champions. Yo, Lord Theory, what's going on, my friend? Welcome in. Appreciate you being here. Welcome to the 4th Annual TWA Slammiversary stream preview. Appreciate you coming in. It's been a fantastic day so far. Absolutely phenomenal matches. Everybody is on fire today. This is what, our 4th match of the day? I want to say. Maybe 5th. I've lost count. Welcome back, Ace. To be fair, I didn't know he left. Did you say BRB? Did you say you were leaving? Did you announce to us that you were not going to be here when we're talking to you and we just think you're not paying attention to us? How dare you? How fucking dare you? But welcome back. Well, with the new year, I'm going to have more time to pop in and maybe get involved. Fantastic. That'd be awesome. That would be awesome. You'll have to let me know if you have any ideas, or if you're going to be working with anybody in specific. He says, I had it typed and forgot to hit send. Yeah, whatever. Just admit it. You didn't care. You left us all in limbo. I mean, what if somebody was trying to strike up a conversation? Or maybe they wanted to talk trash to your ass. They just think you're ignoring them. They just get angrier, and chaos break loose in the arena later, backstage. Wow, look at that. That is it. That is all, ladies and gentlemen. The League of Nations have done it. The winner of the match and your new TAW Women's World Tag Team Champions, and they are now double Tag Team Champions, as they are the Action Zone Wrestling Women's World Tag Team Champions, and they are now the new reigning defending Twitch All-Star Wrestling World Tag Team Champions. Sarah Suzuki and B. Jackson, ladies and gentlemen. Honeybee says BRB. Was that before or after they actually won? Hopefully she at least saw them win. I'll just wait a moment. That way at least she could go back and enjoy the moment for a second, right? She did see it, or she did leave before that happened. Oh, okay, that's what the S is for? Alright. I mean, I was watching the end of that matchup. I was very interested to know if Penny Lane could even maybe knock off one of those guys, but, you know, that shit didn't happen. That shit did not happen. They worked like a well-oiled machine today. There was no beating the League of Nations. Right from the get-go, I had a feeling this was going to be all League of Nations, and it was. They stomped out Retro Beat. And by the way, Retro Beat, longtime tag team champions. If you go to Discord and check the champions section, you'll see exactly when they won those titles. Longtime champions, and of course, that's not the last you're going to see of Penny Lane or Shea Starling, because again, they have to wrestle later today. Shea Starling is the women's TAW world champion, and Penny Lane is the TWA women's television champion, so they've got to return to the ring later. And they just got their asses handed to them by the League of Nations. Like, that wasn't even really close, that match. I don't know what happened, because maybe Retro Beat wanted it and did it as quick as possible and didn't care if they coughed up the tag titles. I don't know. They knew they had matches later. But to me, that looked like, you know, divide and conquer for B. Jackson and Sarah Suzuki. I don't know about anybody else, but December has been a shit show at work. Yeah, that definitely happens this time of year. And I will work with anyone, work any angles. Fantastic. That sounds like fun. I mean, you're definitely at the right community for that. We've got a lot of really brilliant people. They come up with some great ideas as far as storylines and angles, and absolutely fantastic. All right, so Honeybee saw B. Jackson and Sarah Suzuki win those titles, so we don't have to worry about having to spoil it for her when she returns. So let's just move on to the next match of the day, shall we? And here we go. Next match of the day, triple threat elimination matchup. It is reigning defending champion from Team Sir Jack the Great, Akira Blade, taking on Nia Jax and Zara Taylor. Zara Taylor, of course, from Team Joe Link, former multiple-time champion, as is Nia Jax. And Akira Blade does not care. She just wants to whoop some ass and go home with her belt around her waist. Can she do that? I don't know. Nia Jax is a tough customer. Zara Taylor is as versatile as she is athletic. She's very gifted in that ring. Her in-ring knowledge is top-notch. But before we get to that, I do have to issue the payout. I do. I shall. I will. I'm doing it now. Hold on. League of Nations were the winners, and new reigning defending TAW World Tag Team Champions. So here we go. Next match. Who walks out? TAW Pure Wrestling Champion. Is it going to be Nia Jax? How about Zara Taylor? Or reigning defending champion Akira Blade from Team Sir Jack the Great? There we go. Betting lines are open. You guys have 10 minutes to make your bets. Let's get things turning and burning. Next match of the day. Akira Blade's TAW Pure Wrestling Championship is on the line. Here we go. We still have not got the Joe Links match recaps yet. We will, though. I mean, there's still many matches left. We will get the job done.
The following contest is in elimination.
At this point, I might as well read them. I was tossed up whether I was going to keep having conversations and paste them, or if I was going to actually read them. But at this point, because we're already, 5 matches deep, 6 matches deep, I'll probably read them because it'll go quicker that way. Because, again, we're starting off just before episode 618, so I believe it was a tournament that broke out, a house show tournament, which we've had a couple lately. We just had another house show tournament the other day for the TWA BMF Hybrid Championship. Joe Lincoln, by the way, still your reigning defending champion. But DJ Snowbeast, there's another belt he almost won recently. It came down to DJ Snowbeast and Joe Lincoln. But I mean, DJ just went through a whole tournament. He won the tournament, but he couldn't get the job done against the Phenom. He came in fresh as fresh could be. And let's face it, that doesn't always, you know, just because you're the fresh body doesn't, because when somebody wins a tournament, they come in high on hype. They're riding cloud 9. Anything could happen. But it is Joe Lincoln. He's been there, done that, been around the block, multiple-time champion. He wasn't letting that phase him. He came in, got to business, and sent DJ home with just a tournament win. So he is still the reigning defending TWA BMF Hybrid Champion. Obviously also one half of the TWA World Tag Team Champions with CM Punk. And again, they'll be putting those titles on the line later today against the Dangerous Lions. And here comes the reigning defending champion. From Team Sir Jack the Great, Akira Blade, multiple time champion, tag team champion.
And introducing the champion, representing the Blade Runner from Bismarck.
And obviously the current reigning defending TAW Pure Wrestling champion. She has taken on all comers. Has anybody become championship? Oh, look at that. Who did that? Infinite Oni. 100% pure championship worthy, my friend. First of the day. First of the day. Unless there was another one that I missed. Carlini says, she looks strong, Archerfish. Akira Blade is an absolute beast in her own right. She's definitely not somebody you want to get on their bad side. Let's put it that way. Not somebody that you want to get on their bad side.
She's been a great champion thus far, but she is facing tough competition tonight.
All right. Once the bell rings, we'll start getting into some of the match recaps and highlights from Team Joe Link. Again, we're going to be starting at the tournament that took place just before episode 618, I believe it is. I lost my spot, so I'm actually scrolling back now. Yes, it's just before 618. Because we already covered episode 617 on the last show. So we're kicking off with Joe Link's recaps and highlights with the tournament that broke out. And it was actually done in a Genesis ring. A rare treat for the fans of all the TWA house shows. Not very often you see TAW or TWA. Now, to be fair, it wasn't just a regular house show, it was a tournament, so there's that. But here we go. So a tournament would break out for the what was the BMF Extreme Championship. It is now the BMF Hybrid Championship, which is held by Cedric Alexander at the time. Everybody was shocked when he won that belt, but he did win it. The first round went off with a spectacular boom, and many of these competitors would showcase their talents, and they would give the fans an exciting first round. And here were the winners moving on to the semifinals. It was Alex Ramon from Team Alex Sappy, Humboldt's the Arcane from the Occult, and of course Team Variance of Strife, Joe Lincoln, the Phenom from Team Joe Link, and Braun Breaker. I'll be honest, I thought Braun Breaker was going to go on and win that tournament. I'm not even going to lie. The semifinals would also be full of excitement and plenty of action as Joe Lincoln and Humboldt's would defeat their opponents and advance to the finals. Humboldt and Lincoln would square off for the right to face the Extreme Champion, again now known as the BMF Hybrid Championship. It was also known as the Battle Royale Championship at the time. Changed up and redesigned.
She's going under the
These guys, who have very different styles of wrestling, would attempt to best each other, and it would come down to a submission hold by Joe Lincoln that would make Humboldt's tap out and Lincoln advance to face the champion. This is actually when Joe Lincoln won the belt. Joe Lincoln would take on Cedric, and he would absolutely destroy Cedric, not only winning the tournament, but also capturing the championship and winning the Extreme Championship for the very first time. So congratulations to Joe Lincoln on that. Then, as you all know, we did hold our very first Mixed Match Challenge tournament. And man, oh man, it was amazing. A fantastic tag team tournament. Hands down, one of the best we've had, and it was a Mixed Match Challenge tag team tournament. So, let's get into that a little bit. So, TWA held its very first Mixed Match Challenge tournament, and it would bring us some stiff competition to the table, and despite the big names, only 4 teams would advance to the semifinals. Seth and Becky, Elijah and Melissa, Montez and Bianca, War and Jennifer. Yeah, but that's another thing. If you guys haven't already watched that Mixed Match Challenge tournament, you definitely want to go check that out. The only place you're going to find it now is on YouTube, because it was a house show tournament. Matter of fact, we don't have any VODs left from season 5 at all, because Twitch deleted them all on me. It's been weird the last few days going into my channel and not seeing any videos at all. And for whatever reason, they deleted my newer VODs and left 4 of my older VODs for the time being, so I was unable to export 3 of my shows. So we're missing, I believe it is 616, 617, and 618. Which really pisses me off, by the way. But it is what it is. Today's, of course, episode number 619. And we are live with our 4th annual TWA Slammiversary stream preview. I see the champion's been eliminated. It is down to Nia Jax and Zara Taylor. One of these vixens are going home. The new TAW Women's Pure Wrestling Champion. Who's it going to be, Nia or Zara? So in the semifinals, only 2 teams would emerge victorious and gain bragging rights to be the first ever Mixed Match Challenge Tournament winners. And they were Bianca, I almost said Beyonce. Because it actually says that. He meant to put Bianca, it says Beyonce instead. His Sephiroth spelled with, an IA instead of a Y. But, yeah, so Bianca and Montez and Elijah and Melissa Archer were the ones that made it to the finals. The winners of the first ever Mixed Match Challenge tournament by countout, as ghastly as that is, because who the hell wants to be known as the team that won a tournament via countout? You're never going to live that down. But it would be Montez Ford and Bianca Belair that would overcome the odds and win the very first ever Mixed Match Challenge tournament. Wow, look at that. That is it. That is all, ladies and gentlemen. The winner of the matchup and your new TAW Pure Wrestling Champion from Team Joe Link. It is Zara Taylor with a pinfall win over Nia Jax to take home the prestigious gold from TAW. So congratulations, Joe Link. Huge win for Zara Taylor, your new TAW Women's Pure Wrestling Champion. Fantastic victory. Fantastic matchup. And all the matches have been fantastic so far. But I got to tell you, for those that weren't already here, you're definitely going to want to go back and watch the very first match of the day. The Tone Setter. Did it ever raise that bar? It's a good thing we've had such great matches, because you might have forgotten by now, but the Tone Setter of the day was an absolute spectacle. You had Johnny freaking Rainbow from Team Infinite Oni challenging Wild Thing, Adrian Adorable from Team Curlidi. I'm not going to go any further than that because Curlidi hasn't watched the matchup yet. We don't want to have any spoilers, but man, oh man, what a match. And it was for the TWA Pride Championship, so it was a fantastic way to open the show. And man, oh man, did they raise that bar. Right off the hop. All right, so I'll issue the payout for that. Winner of the match, Zara Taylor. And we'll get the betting line ready for the next matchup of the day. But again, congratulations to Joe Lake and Zara Taylor. Fantastic matchup. Here we go. Sixth match of the day. And it is for the men's TAW Pure Wrestling Championship. Carmelo Hayes has shocked the world this season. He has been a champion on more than one occasion. Papa Snowbeast, that shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. When he signed and inked a contract with TWA, he came in with bad intentions and immediately started winning matches in both tag team division with DJ Snowbeast and singles competition, becoming a singles champion himself, tag team champion. He is an absolute thrill to watch perform in that ring. And tonight, he and Carmelo Hayes both looking to dethrone another member of the Wolfpack from Team Froggy Moth Legs. It is Professor Pollux. The Professor Poindexter putting his title on the line tonight. And I'll get the betting line for that open right now. All right, so who walks out TAW Pure Wrestling Champion? Is it going to be Carmelo Hayes? Is it going to be Papa Snowbeast? Or is it going to be Poindexter? If I could get it spelt right. There we go. Another 10 minutes to make your bets. And there we go. Betting lines are open. Hey, here we go. Matchup number 6 on the day. Carmelo Hayes, Papa Snowbeast, and Professor Pollux, a.k.a. Poindexter. Pure Wrestling Championship on the line. It is triple threat elimination. Let's go. Cracking skulls in the house, but got slammed with them ads. He got slammed with them ads. Welcome in, Cracking Skulls. I don't know if those ads are over yet. Back from ads. There we go. Welcome in, Kraken. Appreciate you always being here. Welcome to the 4th annual TWA Slammiversary. Again, for those that are newer to our Fam Jam, TWA Slammiversary is our version of WrestleMania. We just do it better. We do it better. We have much more exciting superstars. Lord Theory going for that World Championship worthy. 38%. 90% for Infinite Oni. That's the highest it's been all day. That is the highest that it has been all day long. 90% on World Championship worthy. Of course, Infinite Oni has already become 100% pure championship worthy. And he's the first person tonight to become championship worthy in the Fam Jam. I don't know if anybody's won at poker yet. Or at least leading in poker. Nobody be winning yet, but leading. I don't know if anybody's beat the house hand. It was a pair of 9s and a pair of 8s, 7 high. So 2 pair is the hand you have to beat at poker. Oh shit, look at that. 3 of a kind aces, 5 high. Who did that? Oni. Oni with the 3 of a kind aces is now leading at poker. I mean, it's shitty that it's 5 high, but 3 of a kind aces is going to be hard to beat. 3 of a kind aces is definitely going to be hard to beat. Yeah, the Pokemon Community Center likes to fuck around with us. PCG needs a good chair shot right to the face. 6. Oh my god, who did that? Mufasa. Wow. Man, you guys got to try and beat a pair of 6s on the dice. Well, you can't beat it. You have to tie it. And then you would have a roll-off with Mufasa. But good luck with that. Just like that, whammo. Pair of sixes on dice. Holy shit. Holy shit balls. Pair of ones, that just won't do it, Infinite Oni. 6 and 4, unlucky.
I can't imagine the amount of pressure he's
Unlucky.
feeling carrying around 2 championships. Yeah, the pressure's on when you have one title.
You got to know when to hold them. You got to know when to fold them. You got to know when to walk away and when to run. Although, to be fair, if you run away, you're not going to tie that pair of sixes and get a chance of a roll-off with Team Mufasa. Did anybody else sing that song as I was saying that? Now I'm curious. It's, of course, a Kenny Rogers song. Some may know it, some may not. I'm just curious if anybody heard what I was saying. And because I heard it back after I said it, I thought, I wonder if anybody was singing that as I was saying it. The Gambler, yeah, exactly. I can't believe I started off the new year sick. Oh, that sucks ass. I mean, I was sick for a couple days. Not sick, but I was under the weather for a couple of days. I feel much better. My daughter was sick for a couple days. I think Mrs. Archer is the only one that has not been sick as of yet. I'm sure she's not too upset by that. It is bad luck, yeah. Ghastliness at its greatest. Oh, Jesus Christ, Poindexter with a super kick to the face right off the hop. Did you see that? Oh, goddamn. Carmelo Hayes wanted to join in the action. It was Poindexter that ate the soul there, though. I caught what my kid had. Yeah, well, it always starts with the damn kids, doesn't it? It's because you know, they need money. They can't stay home with their kids all the time, so the kids go to school sick, spread it around the school, they take it home to all the homes in the town. Next thing you know, everybody is sick. But it is what it is when you know, things are tough right now, right? Inflation is very high. Rent is high, mortgages are high, grocery bills are high. People can't afford to stay home. Yo! Lord Theory tied Mufasa. That doesn't happen very often. So you and Mufasa have to have a roll-off now. You and Mufasa have to have a roll-off. And then whoever wins the roll-off, everybody else has to try and beat you again. So Mufasa, if you want to roll, and then Lord Theory can roll. There we go. A 2 and a 5. You got to beat a 2 and a 5, Lord Theory. Whoa, a pair of 4s. So that's the new dice to beat, a pair of 4s. Nice job, Theory. Whammo. Yo, Odie with a pair of 5s. Knocks Lord Theory right off his pedestal. Beauty. That is ghastly. How dare you, Oni? I mean, Lord Theory worked so hard for that. He got a pair of 6s. He got 2 pairs back to back, and you just snuff him out like it was nothing. That is rude. So you gotta tie those pair of 5s if you want to have a roll off with Oni. So far, no eliminations in this matchup. All 3 are still in it to win it. By the way, Cracking Skulls, did you see the return of Damien? One of the baddest men on the planet. Once again returning to his home of TWA. Didn't even take a squash match first. No warm-up matches for Damien. Automatically went right after Judgment Day's Finn Balor. Come on, old Logan, win this match. That's funny. I mean, he's too big to be Logan. But I see that. I get the reference, though. I definitely get the reference. Oh! Man just took out the referee with a barbed wire bat. Leave it to a Wolfpack member to take out a fucking referee with a barbed wire bat. What in the blue hell? Not yet. I slept practically all day and messaged you yesterday, then passed back out. How dare you sleep? But you're sick, so you got to do that. This is one time we can't say how dare you. You must, when you're sick, the best thing you can do is sleep. Sleeping is better than any medication you're going to take for the sickness. Sadly, some people don't have the time to do so. Too busy working, raising families, so they end up sicker longer as a result. 7%. Who got that? Lord Theory. Who got 1%? Somebody got 1% one time. I forget who it is. That's as bad as getting a 99. Both very ghastly. Nope, 2 count only. Papa Beast. Oh my God. Carmelo Hayes chucks the barbed wire bat at the champion, but the champion basically no-sold that shit. I mean, he is a member of the Wolfpack. Tough as nails. Probably lacking a few brain cells these days, so maybe he just didn't feel it. I don't know. Alright. It was you that got 1%? I thought so. I wanted to call you out on that, but I thought you would have said, no, not us. But okay, I was right. Oh my God, what is with people taking out the ref tonight? First, it's Pollux with a barbed wire bat. Now Papa Snow Beast with a basement drop kick to the referee. I mean, did these guys know they need the referee to actually win the match, or yeah, do y'all think they actually know that, or maybe they don't care? I don't know. They might not care. All right, so shit. Now I got to scroll back because I got thumb happy and fucked up my position. I'll just be a moment. There we go. All right, so the next matchup that we're going to cover from Joe Link's match recaps and highlights, Queen Dust, the formidable Vixen champion that she is, would defend the one championship against Melissa Archer. Queen Dust would keep her winning streak going as she would defeat Melissa Archer by pinfall and retain that championship. Up next it was Zero Yamashita would defend his one championship, and his title reign would be cut short as Poindexter would win the match and become the new one champion. Carino Farmer would then defend the Legends Championship against Hulk Hogan and Jesse the Body Ventura. Carino would, which is of course one of our best, would beat both of the best of the division and retain his championship and continue his run as champion until today, of course. We already know that Carino Farmer has already attempted his championship title defense today. Next, it was Julia Jackson that would defend the Legends Championship against Molly Holly. And Julia would waste no time at all in opening a can of whoop-ass and defeating Molly Holly and retaining her championship. Julia Jackson, of course, is going to be in action today. She is not defending the TWA Women's Legends Championship, however. She has a different championship in mind that she decided to challenge for. And, of course, management had zero issue with that. Not to mention her sheer presence drove up ticket sales. It's good. It's good for business. It's good. It's good. It's good. All right. So after that Legends Championship defense, a tournament would break out for the BMF Hybrid Championship, which is held by, at the moment, Joe Lincoln. The first round saw huge competition, but only the best can move on, and these guys would advance to the semifinals. War the Machine, the Iceman Christian Hart, Humboldt the Arcane, the Gooner Luke Ballmer. The semifinal would really limit the field, and Christian Hart would be the one who would win and get his opportunity to take on the champion. So that means up next, Joe Lincoln would defend his title against the tournament winner, the Iceman Christian Hart from Team Christian Cool. And of course, Joe Lincoln would defeat Hart and retain his championship, ending the championship tournament. So of course, Joe Lincoln remains, even after yesterday, because he defended it in the tournament yesterday as well, and he is still your reigning defending BMF Hybrid champion. You're definitely going to want to watch those tournaments if you haven't already watched them. So Humboldt's the Arcane would get his rematch against Joe Lincoln in a Crimson Mask matchup. And this time, Fate would be on his side, as he would defeat Joe Lincoln by making him bleed. Anna Jay, that was a non-title matchup, by the way. That was a non-title matchup. That was simply because Humboldt had got taken out of the tournament. He was a little angry. He wanted a rematch. And he got his rematch, and he won. Made Lincoln bleed and won the matchup. Anna Jay, who just returned not too long ago, by the way, would take on Chelsea Green. Anna Jay would be dragged out of the ring and have a Canadian destroyer done to her outside of the ring. And she would not get up, unfortunately, and would be counted out, and Chelsea Green would be the winner of that matchup by count out. I do hate count out victories, I really do. Not a fan of the count outs. Just going to check up on the chat room, see if anybody's championship worthy. 96% world championship. That's really climbing up there. That's the highest of the night. It was 90. Did anybody else become championship worthy yet? And there you have it. Wow, look at that, ladies and gentlemen. That'll do it. That is it. That is all. The winner of the matchup and your new TAW Pure Wrestling Champion, Carmelo Hayes, with the big W. And going home with gold. This is probably one of the, at least the second time. I'm trying to think of how many titles Carmelo Hayes has won now, but this is at least the second time that is likely to break the internet. It is going to shock the world. The new Pure Wrestling Champion. Man, oh man. Took out Poindexter, who was the reigning defending champion. And, of course, I forgot what I was going to say. Papa Snowbeast. Wow. Carmelo Hayes takes out Papa Snowbeast and Poindexter, Professor Pollux from the Wolfpack, to become the new Pure Wrestling Champion. Absolutely incredible. Anything can happen. This is TWA Slammiversary, our 4th annual show. Anything can and will happen. So be prepared for that.